Hey there folks, how are you doing? Welcome to day 64 of Lyndall's Luscious Limberings. Today's assistant will be Rupert the cat, who is going to demonstrate how to do the exercises by walking around and on the mat. Thank you, Rupert, expertly done. Hey, you might notice today I have got my Victorian Actors Benevolent Fund t-shirt on today. You should look them up. They've selling these t-shirts in order to help cast and crew in need. Always, but I mean, they always help cast and crew in need, but particularly at the moment, obviously with the lockdowns. So these excellent t-shirts are being sold online. Mine came from the Victorian branch, but there's other branches, of course, as well. So check them out. I will put a link for it on the YouTube comments and probably even the Facebook one as well. So yeah, get in there. They're pretty funky, and they've got the list of all like theatre companies and theatres on the back and stuff. So yeah, amazing. Today is leg day, so let's do it. Let's crack on with some leg action. So take care of yourself. You know what to do. Particularly with the legs. You know, if you've got sore, a little bit tired after the Tai Chi work we did on day 61. Take it easy. You know the drill. Do what you can. Smaller. Less, feel fewer, easier, sit and watch, get some chips, I don't know, whatever, do a thing. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, starting with feet hip width apart as usual. Just soften. Butt sinking down, head going up. Breathing into the belly. If you can hear a crunching sound in the background, it's Rupert eating some food. And I'm just going to start by drawing circles with our nose. You guys keep going. I'm just adjusting my cord or my earpieces. There we go. Good, now going over the top. Breathing deep into the belly. Leading with the nose and with the eyes. Good, into center and just circle around. Breathing deep into the belly. And circle the other direction. Keep breathing. Good. Bending the knees. Breathing in. Hey, repeat. And down. Breathing in. And out. So as you're bending over, then you can start to curve over a little more, sending the butt behind you and making a bit of a C shape with the spine. Spreading out across the small of the back, collapsing the head right over. Getting lower each time. And really have to feel that as you're stretching up, you're pushing the floor away from you to come up. We're coming back to standing. And just start to circle using the hips. You can get a nice massage with the feet on the floor if you're not wearing shoes. Otherwise, just use that toe as a pivot point. All of the weight's in the other foot. Change direction. And the other leg. Breathing deep into the belly. And the other way. Good. Now take the weight back on the first leg and just explore how many ways you can connect this foot to the ground. If you want to get a nice stretch along the top of the foot, you can. But don't put any weight on this leg. All the weight's in this leg, on the grounded leg. And see if you can touch every single surface of your foot on the floor. Good, changing legs. And just let the rest of the body do what it wants to organize that action. Getting a stretch along the front. Beautiful, feet together. And we're just going to circle through the knees. So really spreading across the smallest of the back here. And the other way. And then going forwards in contra direction. And reverse. Beautiful, downhill skiing. Good, and from here, just straighten and then bend. So what you want to do as the knees come forward, you might get a slight stretch along the back of the calves, the Achilles, as you're stretching down with the butt towards the floor. Obviously don't overdo this. So from side on, stretching up, releasing the butt to the floor, stretching up. Just go in your own rhythm. Good, from here with the knees rolling over and rolling the shoulders through. Just cheek the feet out so they're underneath hip width. Good, bend down and then back up. And again down. Only straighten the legs until you find a stretch. You don't have to keep your hands on the floor, that's just me, but if you have got them on the floor, you can just pull the fingertips, pull away from the fingertips a little bit just to get a bit of a stretch along the back. Good, now rolling the shoulders the other way. So for me it's forwards. Good, bending the knees, rolling up through the spine. Stacking the vertebrae on top of each other. Good, settling the shoulders back. Taking a little wider with the legs. And bending down. And I'm just going to sit back and turn the hips a little bit. So the knees going out over the toe. And I'm feeling like this is sinking down, so I'm not arching my back. But ideally now, as we're starting to warm up, rather than rising and falling, just scooch across. It's like your butt just happens to scrape along the ground. And you can get a little bit of a continuous motion now with this. So I'm sitting back, moving backwards, then I do the rotation. And a bit more free. Good, reaching up. Reaching forward. And back up, breathing in. And fingertips go forward, butt goes back. This time let the head go down towards the ground. And back up. To come up, really feel like you're pushing the floor away from you. Good, we're going to keep the same movement, but now the arms are going to go down, then up. And again, butt goes down, butt goes out, behind. Nice and slow. Good, settling down. Reaching up with one hand and then touch wherever you can reach, whether that's the foot, the ankle, the shin. And if you getting that, just bring the other arm up with it. So it swings forward and back. You may be able to hear my knee clicking. Good, other arm. Nice and easy, we're still warming up. Well, technically the whole thing is kind of a warm-up, really, isn't it? Okay, if you're getting that, bring the opposite arm up. Good, staying down and popping out with the butt one way than the other. Good, take the legs wider and keep going. Good. With the head down, arms go straight and then bend. So flappy arms. Bend arms. Good. Now use the hands. We're going to go from one side to the other. Don't go low yet. Good. Bend the knees, rolling up through the spine. Reaching up. And walk the feet in. Just get a nice and controlled. Walk up through the spine, through the legs. Just do this. I'll stop talking. Reach. Just control it. It's nice and slow. Now we're going to go underneath. Really reach up in between. Now we're going to go 2 and then a hold. So 1, 2, and hold, hold. 1, 2, hold, hold, and 1, 2, hold, hold, 1, 2, and hold. Arm balance. Good. And now to the side. You all know what's coming because this is one of my favourite things to do. Pull up your pants if you need to. Straight leg. With the head bent. Control it down. Try not to just slap the leg down. Straight leg. Control it all the way down. You have to use the core. And other side. She says, stay on balance. Yeah, control it down. Yeah, I was showing you what not to do. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm standing on that crooked bit of floor again. That's what it is. Bloody plant. All right, with the bent leg and the arms. Oh, unbalance, unbalance. Straight leg. Good, all right. Just breathing it out into discus. Oh my God, I'm really off balance today. Good, just going a little bit faster through this now, so you're driving off one foot than the other. Good, just reach up at the end of your mat, rolling down. And walking up with straight legs into a down dog and just walk through the floor. Good, just let this start to flatten out into a high plank, but keep the legs going. And now we're going to take them forward into mountain climbs. At this pace, we're going to do 2 and then a hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. Good, legs down. Just reaching up and down. And again, going up. 2 more of those. Good. Tuck the toes under. Back into whole mountain climbers. And hold. 1, 2, hold. Good. Now with the hold, make it a double bounce. All right, let's get this party started double time. It's quick. 2 and then a hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. Keep going. Good, back into all fours, reaching up and down. Use this as your recovery. Not that you need to recover, you'll be fine. And again. Leveling off, just break out the butt. One leg, just going to go up. Make sure you're pulling the belly button into the spine. Now we're going to stay in the same leg and do half time. Slowly up and down. Good, changing legs, back to the fast time. And half time. Controlling it all the way. Try and keep it a smooth, constant movement. Don't just get there and hang out. Good. Leg to the side like you're going for a pee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Just back into a child's pose for a sec. Relax the arms. Scooching through into an upward dog as much as you can. Good, and lying down on your belly. Hands onto each forehead. And we're going to go up. So you're really squeezing through the butt for this. Whew. And changing legs. If this is hurting the small of your back, just do teeny tiny ones, even just engage. Now, if you're feeling okay in the small of the back with this, we're going to go into double legs. Otherwise, just do alternating legs. So double. Good. Hands underneath. Push back into a child's pose. Good. Back into all fours. And we're going to go up. Side and down. Up, side and down. Make sure you go straight from one to the other. Don't blur the moves. Reverse the direction. Side, up and down. Side, up and down. Side, up, down. Good, and changing legs. So you're hitting those definite points rather than just circling the leg. And change direction. Good. From here, arching up again. Up and down. Good. Onto your side. And we're going to do a little few clams, so make sure you're drawing down, opening out. And of course the progression now, if you're feeling comfy, pick up the feet. Top hips drawn down so you're not collapsing into the floor. And the next progression is to straighten the leg. Two more of those. Good. Put the bottom leg down and keeping side arm lifting up. If you want to put this hand here to stabilize, do, because if you want, we're going to now crunch. And 2, 3, 4, 4 more, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep the leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just put that top leg down so that you're stabilizing your pelvis, and just keep doing small pulses now with this other leg. Good. Changing sides before we forget what we did in the first side. Good. Drawing the top hip down and clams. You don't have to have your hands in your hips, but I just have it here to remind myself to pull this hip down. You want a gap underneath your waist. Next progression is picking the legs up, the feet up. Next progression, if you want it, is to straighten the leg. Good stuff. 2 more. Good. And raise the leg. Make sure you're not rolling over the hips to facilitate this. That's called cheating. And with the crunch. 4 more. Good. Leave the leg there. Oh, I've changed music, so sorry if this is just, too slow. Just means you have to control it a little more. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Put the leg down and just pulse. Lovely. Onto your backs. And legs going up into a single leg tabletop. Make sure you're just letting the back relax into the mat. Don't let the tension come through the flexor. Think about drawing the belly button into the center, the belly into the center. Good. Changing legs. Good, both legs up, and into some crunches. If you don't want to crunch, then just stay doing the alternating legs. Good. Arms straight up, and do alternate legs. If this is too much with the arms, just do it with the legs. Make sure that you're not letting an arch creep in underneath the back. Keep going, but do it now with straight legs. This asks for more coordination than what you want it to. 4 more. Good stuff. Bring your knees in, just give them a squeeze. And coming around onto your all fours again. And just going into this one where we put the leg across the diagonal. I'm going to support myself on my hands, point the other leg out behind, and I'm just rocking myself forwards and back until I find the glutes working. Two more. Now, raise up the leg, squeeze through the glute, go up and down. And you want this to be controlled. So I'm not going to chuck the leg up, I'm really convincing myself it's coming from the glute rather than from the opposite hip. Control the whole journey. Good, changing legs and rocking back. Good, leveling up and squeeze to open. It's nice and slow, so you have to be controlled. Last one. Good, into all fours and into a down dog. Just walk that out. Good. Walking the hands to the feet, rolling up through the spine. And squat. Good. Turning around and forward squat. Staying on the same leg, lifting up through the hips. Now, if you want to increase this, we're just going to row over the front leg. Good work, changing legs. Just starting with the basic. Lifting up through the hips, standing tall. And add the row if you like. Good. Now we're going to go backwards lunges. So staying on the same leg. Standing up tall. And the same arm goes back. Woo, staying on balance. Which I'm so good at today. I'll change legs. And the same arm as leg goes back. And I'm just showing you how hard it is to stay on balance so that, you know, if you're not, I'm just letting you feel good about yourself. Good. Shake that out. And just to finish off, leg out. We're going to go down and up. Four more. Good, changing legs. That's halfway. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, changing legs. Leg goes out, we're going to reach down, touch the floor, and back up. Stay in the same leg. Try not to put the leg down. Doing 4 more of those. So 4. If you can't touch the floor, you can touch the leg. 1, 2, 2 more, Good. Changing legs. If you do need to put your foot down in between, by all means do. Just as good to try and challenge the balance, to not put it down. That's halfway through. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. Just go to the end of your mat and rolling down again. Roll down. And just walk yourself out. And now just line up the index fingers to the butt towards the floor. Don't mean that. I mean send the butt towards the ceiling. And try and put your thighs on the wall behind you. Good. Just raise the right leg and swing it between the hands. And just work the hips through that stretch. Good. Swing the leg back. Same leg, lift it up as much as you feel like getting a stretch. And if you feel stable, then just open out that flexor by bending the leg. Good. Foot down. Other leg, float it out, swing it between the hands. And just roll through that stretch. Good. Swing the leg back. And stretching out that leg into a yawn. And bending if you're unbalanced. And back. And just settle down again into another stretch in through a down dog. Good. Just turning yourself around to the front. We're going to do what we did at the start. And just start to creep yourself. This time we are going to go lower, though, as low as you feel comfortable. And just settling down over one side, keeping this heel on the floor. So if that means you can't go too low, that's absolutely fine. For the moment, I'm going to put the outside leg of the foot on the floor. And just relaxing down into that stretch, broadening across the small of the back. And now pick that toe up and keep on stretching. Good. Take hold with your hands. Just creep yourself across the other side, starting with the outside blade of the foot on the floor. And then picking the toe up. Good. Just take yourself in the center. And we're just going to stretch out. That's the end of the phase for me. Lifting up tall through the spine. And just relaxing forward with the toe up. If you can reach your toe, just give it a gentle tug up. But keep your chest going upwards and forwards. And use the hands to come up and just change over. Upwards and forwards. If you can reach the toe, pull, otherwise just let that stretch of you. Even if you're getting to, here, it's absolutely fine. It's about finding the stretch for you today, which might be different on other days. And then finish, as she always says, make a big diamond with the feet a long way away from the pelvis, elbows and knees, just leaning forward, scooping your belly button upwards and forwards and working those knees into the ground so that you're getting a stretch along the butt cheeks, but also possibly the small of the back as well. And then pulling the knees, the feet into the pelvic bone and just letting the knees do a little butterfly flutters and flaps. A flatter is a cross between a flutter and a flap. I am winning on the words today, and then just leaning forwards. If you like, give a slight agitation, just easing out the back, but still
Not hunching over, still sending the belly button upwards and forwards. Beautiful. Bring the knees in together. Coming on your feet. And just hanging over one last time. Feel like you can just bend and straighten the legs until you find a stretch. And then if you just rock yourself back onto the heels a little more, you'll get a bit of a stretch that's higher up the butt. And if you just encourage yourself forwards a little more, you'll get it through the calves, which might be quite nice. Bend the knees, rolling up through the spine, stacking one vertebra on top of the other.
How unexpected. It seems to go quicker, half an hour, than what I expected to. It's never happened before. I don't know what's going on. Great. T-shirt, look it up, get one. They're funky, they're encouraging, they're all of the good things, and they support people in the entertainment industry who are sorely in need at the moment. So yeah, do check it out. Thank you so much for your company once again. I'll see you tomorrow for our stretchy day, nice and chilled, so keep warm. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of others. Lots of love. Bye.